when I graduated from high school, they had a picnic in Sacramento, and at that point, at the picnic ground there was a swimming pool, and time came to go swimming, and I was refused entry, and I think that's the first time. I thought I was just another kid, didn't have any problems. I thought I was just another white kid, huh? Then they wouldn't let me in that swimming pool. That's when I realized how much my parents had suffered with discrimination. I never even knew what the word meant until it happened. And I wasn't very fluent in Japanese, but when I got home, I told my parents, I said, hey, they wouldn't let me in the swimming pool. And they knew what happened. And it wasn't too long after that, we went to live in Placer County. And I found out the reason was there's more Japanese there, and I think that they needed that protection of more people of Japanese ancestry, the better chance you had of succeeding. And we went to Penryn, so we got a piece of land that we rented. We ended up at Tule Lake, and God, I think there was around 20,000 people there, and you can't imagine, we came from a little farm area and end up in a big city. But at my age at that time, it was 21 or 22, it didn't really sink in that we were prisoners. It didn't sink in. And then next thing you know, we're doing pretty good. Got a little job, in the kitchen. Didn't know how to cook, but it was like a good place to be with this food. So we got a little group, and boys about our own age, and we all got a job there, and we had a pretty good time until we got fired. They didn't like us. Anyway, I remember the time came when we had to make a decision. It was more or less family oriented. It was, the family had to go up and either sign yes, yes, no, no, or whatever. And at that time, there was four of us and mom and dad. One of the girls, my sister, one of them married, and one brother was already in service, so it just left us, just the sister and I, to try to convince my dad and mom that we had to sign up sign the loyalty oath. Yes, yes, and we had a hard time with Dad. He didn't want to sign anything, and I didn't blame him. I don't blame anybody that didn't want to sign it. The government had no business force enough to sign a loyalty oath after they threw us in jail. I'll never believe that they had that right, but they did, and pretty soon, I want to get in the Army. I'll do my job, do what I had to do. But my dad was kind of holding back on me. But we finally convinced him that we had to sign. But he left a little thing there that says that I couldn't volunteer. And I said, well, it's better than nothing. I couldn't volunteer. I told my sister, yeah, boy, he's making it tough now.
So
I
he
could,
wouldn't let you join the service?
no, he wouldn't. He didn't want me to voluntarily go.
Oh.
And I said, well, guess I'll have to bide my time. And in the meantime, the government was playing more games. They gave me a big old 4C, which meant I was an enemy alien. And I said, wow, I guess they really don't want me. And then I went out of camp, you know, because I signed this thing. And the part that I really have a hard time with is this loyalty oath split our bunch. We had, you know, you get in the camp, you get in little groups, and doggone, it wasn't quite fair that we had to split up our group because we thought a little bit differently. And nevertheless, I signed it, and I was happy I got to sign it, and I wasn't happy I didn't get the volunteer, but I thought a day will come. And before I knew it, it came that, you know, they gave me a 1A again, and boom, I went.
You were drafted.
I went up to Fort Douglas. I went on a bus, and I went up there and told them, okay, take me right now. And they wouldn't do it. They made me wait some more. And when I finally got in, we went to a camp in Florida, and all Japanese.